Once upon a time, of all good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, old Ebenezer Scrooge, member of the firm of Scrooge, Marley and Company, sat busy in his counting house. It was cold, bleak, biting weather, and he could hear the people in the court outside go wheezing up and down, beating their hands upon their breasts and stamping their feet upon the pavement to keep warm. The city clocks had just gone 3, but was quite dark already, and the candles were glaring in the windows of the neighboring offices like ruddy smears upon the brown air. The door of Scrooge's counting house was open, that he might keep his eye upon his faithful but shivering clerk, Bob Cratchit, who in a dismal, cold cell below was copying letters. Suddenly, Bob Cratchit rose and approached the office of old Scrooge.
Well, out with it. What are you standing there for?
Oh, well, sir, my fire's almost out, and I was wondering if a bit of coal would, do it.
Nonsense! Haven't I told you I was having you burning up my coal like tinder?
Tinder, yes, you have.
Well, why don't you go back to work?
Well, sir, Christmas is tomorrow, and I was wondering if
Yes, I know. And you were wondering if you could have all day off, I suppose.
It's quite convenient, sir.
Well, it's not convenient. It's not fair. If I was to stop a half-crown report, you'd think yourself ill-used. I'll be bound.
Yes, sir.
Bah! Christmas. Nothing but a poor excuse to pick a man's pocket every December 25th. My partner Marley well agreed with me. He got a lot of humbug too. And you? A clerk with 15 shillings a week and a wife and children? Speaking of a Merry Christmas. Ha!
Well, sir, may I have off tomorrow?
I suppose you must. But be here all the other in the next morning.
Right, sir, I will, and thank you.
Who's that, Cratchit?
Well, sir, it's a woman.
Let her in.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. Since you ask, he died 7 years ago this very evening.
We have no doubt his liberality is well represented by his surviving partner.
Not interested.
At this festive season, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than desirable that we make some slight provision for the poor and destitute. At this moment, sir, many are in want of common necessaries and are suffering greatly.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses? They're still in operation?
They are. Still, I wish I could say that they were not.
The treadmill and the poor law are in full vigor then?
Both are very busy.
Oh, I was afraid from what you had said at first that something had stopped them in their useful course.
But, sir, these organizations scarcely furnish Christian cheer of mind or body to these unfortunate people. It is because of that we are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. We chose this time because it is the time of all others, when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices. What shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
Ha ha ha. Anonymous.
I wish to be left alone. Since you ask me what I wish, that is my answer. I do not make myself Merry Christmas. My partner Marley never did. And I cannot afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the establishments I have mentioned, and those that are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there, and many would rather die than go there.
If they had rather die, they'd better do it and decrease the surplus population. Besides, that's not my business. It is enough for a man to understand his own business and not to interfere with others. So I bid you, sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Cratchit, who is that?
Oh. Well, it is your good nephew.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah! Humbug!
Christmas, humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What right have you to be dismal? What right have you to be remorseful? You're rich enough.
Bah!
Uncle, don't be cross.
What else can I be when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in no pudding. He should.
Uncle,
Nephew, keep your Christmas in your own way and I'll keep it in mine.
keep it, but you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Much good as I've done you will.
Why? Uncle, it has done me a lot of good. Apart from its sacred celebration, it's brought me a good time. A kind, forgiving, charitable, happy time. The only time I know in the whole calendar when men and women open their hearts. Hearts that sometimes stay closed the rest of the year. And though Uncle has never put a scrap of silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good and will do me good.
So I say, God bless it. Hurrah!
You're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder you don't join Parliament.
Come, Uncle, dine with us tomorrow.
No. I won't dine with you.
But why?
Why? Well, why did you get married?
Well, because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. Good afternoon.
Nay, Uncle, but you never came to visit me before I was married. Why give that a reason for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
Uncle, why can't we be friends? We have never had any quarrel to which I've been a party, and we never will. I'd come to visit you in homage to Christmas, and I'll keep my Christmas spirit to the very last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle,
Good afternoon.
and a Happy New Year!
Bah! Humbug.